Morning, girls. How we doing? Welcome back to Foodie Beauty. Chantel, the reverts of the Merriams of the reverts. This is her hanging out there with her fantastically placed silver play button. I guess Kuwait, despite it being such an incredible paradise that she was referring to, they haven't invented nails yet, so you can't put that on the wall. Well, I guess it is a rented property, so you're probably not allowed to. This is their one allotted picture hang up, so they're not allowed to hang that up on the wall. Fantastic is the next one. It's new health issue revealed. It was posted like right after. It was like a day after, or something, probably less than that. It was probably like 12 hours after the last one about her like talking about her health issue being the world. It's not ready yet to know what's wrong with me. So I guess the world suddenly got really ready really quick, guys. It's almost like she's like very deliberately clickbaiting stuff, and she's not even good enough. Amber's kind of smart with how she clickbaits, because Amber will do something and then never mention it again. And then maybe 6 months down the line, there'll be drama to do with her. She'll suddenly be like, see the way, guys, I mentioned at one point something was going on, even though she's mentioned it 42 times. But it's always something new, something different. So you never know which one specifically she's referring back to. She's like, remember the way a couple months ago I mentioned that there was something wrong, guys, and I didn't want to talk about it? Yeah. It's actually, and then she'll say some bullshit to try and get around whatever drama it is, to try and skirt it, like she did recently with suddenly bringing her mom out into the firing range after all of her drama to do with her lying about her surgeon and trying to go after reaction channels. Suddenly she decided to bring her mom out and make her mom the target, so everyone was talking about her mom instead of her, and it worked pretty well from the looks of it. It looks like everyone's just talking about her mom then afterwards. Foodie's just bad at it because she doesn't have the patience, because she's too impulsive and too terrible at everything that she can't say something and then 6 months down the line say, remember when I mentioned that thing, guys? No, but 12 hours later, I'm assuming the same day, because she's wearing the same clothing, which isn't unusual for her. Is that why she drew so much attention to her eye makeup in the last one, over and over and over again, so she could wash her eye makeup off and pretend that it's the next day or something like that? Is that why she did that? Because she was even sitting at a weird angle. She was sitting further over to the left. So she's moved her position to try and make it look like an entirely different day of filming, when every single one of her videos start with this usual angle. Only the last one's different. So that's what she did. She tried to make it seem like it was an even bigger gap.
Hi, guys.
And action! I love her awkward pause there for 1 second before she waved.
Back to another video. So
this
video is actually going to be
1 second after the last one.
About my previous video
That I just filmed, just there.
And I'm doing a lemon mukbang.
Wow, guys, she's so healthy. Guys, I bet you all wish she was healthy as her. She's taking the diet so seriously because she bit a lemon, I guess. She's holding that expression because she just realized that top 2 teeth probably just fucking popped out when she tried to bite something. It's fairly solid. That's just, I don't know, it's just lame. that's all I really have to say. I'm just oh. It's like a child. If you tell a child, be healthy, and it's yeah, I eat lettuce. Lettuce. That's so good. It's like that. Wow.
The pleasure and the pain.
What an incredible reaction. I wonder if the lettuce, not the lettuce, sorry, I was too veggie focus on lettuce. So the lemon thing, I've seen on YouTube, not YouTube, on Twitter a lot. There's all these memes of people licking a lemon and their face squashing in. I'm not sure if it's a VTuber exclusive thing or if it's other places. I don't really follow VTuber stuff on Twitter nowadays. So I'm not sure if that's a meme. If lemons are a big meme and she's just trying to rip it off, and that's why she just suddenly pulls out a lemon. But she's not even good at it. She's not even licking or something. I go oh, a really strong reaction. She's bites, stares blankly at the camera. Ooh, puts down lemon and continues as if nothing happened.
If my skin looks oily,
trash,
because I
trash.
I'm
fat. If my skin looks oily, it's because you're oily. Because you're about 80% butter. That's why it looks oily.
Moisturizing my face like I should be.
Oh yeah, bro, definitely. So, that's the reason.
I put I bought a moisturizer. I bought 2 moisturizers from Lush. One I use regularly, the Skin's Shangri-La. And if you know Lush.
I don't care. No matter how many times you see it, she has the forehead ridge of Tenryo Fuji, who is the current Yokozuna in sumo, the highest rank in sumo, because she has such a dent and then the defined fucking upper brow line. She is like a caveman.
You know that's one of the best ones.
Oh yeah, definitely, bro. I believe you. And also most expensive. I haven't mentioned yet. I'm a rich baller, guys.
For sure. So I'm using it. I go.
Why are you using a fucking 20-year-old's lingo? For sure.
Bouts where I just don't care about my skincare routine.
You shouldn't.
So
trash.
Now I care.
Sure, bro.
I know that sounds so weird. Just
It
If you're not
doesn't.
inside my head, you probably will never get it.
No, I do get it. You're fat and lazy. Having a skincare routine is a little bit of effort. It's like me. There's some days where I will catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror in like the bathroom, you know, in work or something like that, and go, ugh, I really should have trimmed my beard this morning. I could be fucked. And I'll get home and I still won't do it. Like maybe a couple of days later, I'll finally trim my beard because I can't be fucked. I think I love she's trying to make it sound like I'm so unique, guys. You'll never understand me. Let's step into my shoes and walk a mile. The rain hides my tears. I'm such a unique being, guys. Because sometimes I can't be fucked doing something. It's like, wow. Unlike everyone else in the world who every single time they think of doing something, they instantly do it because everyone has amazing resolve.
I'm trying my best to make you guys understand.
And your best is trash.
So I use this other moisturizer, Peace.
Wow.
Because
I got it because I thought it meant piece of cake, but there was no cake in here.
it has cocoa butter, almond, and aloe. And
she wanted to eat that.
I don't know. I just like I find it a bit too heavy. And
what the fuck is this?
Not greasy, but
what the fuck is this video? New health issue revealed, guys. So, fuck. Oh god, she's just sitting there looking around her desk, wondering what she can pick up and talk about just to waste a little bit of fucking time. Oh my god.
Just that cocoa butter heaviness to use as like an everyday moisturizer. So I actually use it as a moisturizing mask, so I don't really waste it.
Wow.
It's like a kind of an overnight mask, or just a mask when I'm not going to be putting on makeup and I'm just going to be staying at home.
Oh, so every day then. So it is an everyday mask. It's not like an everyday, moisturizer that I use, guys, because I only really do it when I'm not leaving the house. It's like, oh, every day.
So yeah, now yesterday,
half an hour ago, yesterday, guys. I told you guys. This is why she changed the angle, why she made such a big song and dance now. Firstly about her eye makeup, and now about how her skin looks. She's trying to make it look like it is an entirely different day. 10 minutes ago, bro.
A video where I said I had a new health problem.
You pretended to have a new health problem.
And I didn't really want to talk about what it was.
Because I haven't made it up yet.
There's just some times where I feel more vulnerable and I don't want to talk about certain personal things.
Fucking idiot.
It's not that I'm trying to clickbait you guys.
You see the wee smirk at the even here. Look at this. Look at her corner of her lips. Even here, she's got the wee smirk. She's trying out. Guys, I don't want to clickbait you guys. I realized I started this video with a 2-minute fucking meander about what skin routine I have going here and how it's so hard to be made. But I haven't even mentioned the health issue yet, bro. It's all about clickbait.
You know.
Look how long it's taken her to get her fucking point. Do you?
But I didn't really just want to talk about it. It's not something
but that's what you did.
That could potentially be serious.
It's something that might potentially exist.
Now, super serious.
Why mention it?
As long as I really start taking care of myself. So.
Oh, so it is definitely going to be actually a serious thing because you're never going to take care of yourself.
And this is the thing, it's just I feel like just health-wise, everything is just crumbling down.
It should, yeah.
And I'm not coming on here, to ask for sympathy. I'm just here
really
to hear my personal experiences in life. Good and bad.
Bad. There is no good. When has she ever shared a good experience? What good experience has there been in the life of Chantel? I was gonna say in the last 2 years, ever. Genuinely ever. I can't think of a single thing where I'm that was cool. See, the biggest problem is you can maybe go Cuba. Maybe, she surprised the world by actually going to Cuba. And then she ruined it with the whole Cuba rage and just sitting in her hotel room getting drunk for 5 days straight. She didn't even do anything, But then you saw the video the other day on my live stream where she's out at the beach, and that was great fun. And it was really oh my gosh, she's actually out doing something. So Cuba, I guess, and then she ruined it, just she ruins everything in her life.
And regardless of the reception of them, basically.
Fantastic.
So
everything's bad in your life.
I drink a lot of water in between.
I drink water, guys. I'm healthy. Do you believe me yet? I eat lemons. Do you want to see me bite another lemon, guys?
There's quite a few new people that are watching me now. I see a lot of comments. I'm new here.
No, you don't.
So
I certainly don't see that. Unless it's your new sock puppet accounts. I'm new here. Signed by Bluebee Blue Tea. Account set up 1 day ago. I'm new here. I heard about these evil, awful reaction channels who all sound like whores who should touch grass, and they don't even have a real best looking, handsomest man and husband. They all sound like bastards. By the way, Foodie, you're so cute and definitely 300 pounds.
In case you... Actually, a lot of my videos are privated, my old ones, so you can't really go back and see like the health journey from the beginning in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So basically...
we can imagine what the health journey is from the beginning because we can just see your face. Like, I'm just going to say, like, when you're like 500 pounds, your health journey's like the same. Like, if you ever watch, like, because like, I like 600 pound life enough. But I can't sit down and watch a huge amount of it in one go. Because you watch like 5 episodes in a row, you're just like, oh, this is like literally the same shit every single episode. Maybe there's a little bit of difference, but it's generally with like the personality you're watching for the weirdo involved in it. Like if they're really mental or really, nice and endearing, you watch it for that. But their health journey is always exactly the same thing because the health journey to get to like 500 pounds is pretty much always the same.
I'll just give you like a recap of
last episode of Dragon Ball Z.
And then I'll explain what's wrong with me now.
Guys, I'm not clickbaiting or anything like that. However, 4 minutes in, I still haven't explained what it is, but it might be something, but maybe it's something. It might be something really serious, but maybe not right now, but maybe it could be, guys. And also, before I talk about it, let me spend, I'm assuming we're going to get 10 minutes straight of her health issues in the past before we get what the new one is. But guys, I'm not clickbaiting or anything like that. Oh, have you enjoyed all the mid-roll ads yet so far? There's been 7.
So, where do I even start?
I don't know.
I'll just start with like...
Wow, she even spliced in. Like, because like that individual splice was, in my opinion, filmed afterwards. And she wanted to be like, how do I make it even more dramatic? You know how you always have like people like in like the 600 pound life suddenly go like, I don't know what to say. And it's like, dun dun dun. And it's like the end of it before the advertisement break or something like that. Or, you won't believe this. And then suddenly it's like a cut and it's like, after the ad break, you find out what you won't believe. That kind of thing. She's actually inserting shit like that. I bet there was like 2 ad breaks by one on either side of that cut.
City related illnesses. I don't want to get into like my whole health history, but currently...
Aren't all your health related issues, aren't they all obesity related?
The illnesses I have that are related to my morbid obesity. So I have sleep apnea, which I've had for years now. I don't even know how many years. I would have to think, and my brain's not braining. So
have we maybe just play the CPAP rap? That's all you need to do, and I would be caught up.
It's been years since I've had that. Had the whole sleep.
Oh my god, get to the point.
Horrible, by the way.
It's not.
I don't know. Like when I'm forced to sleep at a certain time, it just doesn't.
Maybe our sleep one's very different, but when I was like in hospital a couple of years ago, I had to do like a sleep study, just because I had like breathing issues, and it literally was just go home, and they hooked up something to like my wrist and to my finger, and I had to go to sleep and wear it. That was it. I wasn't forced to sleep at a certain time. Maybe if it's like really bad, they maybe make you do that, which is not a good thing for Chantal. Maybe that years and years and years ago, she's had it for so long she can't even remember. Maybe that should have been the wake-up call. You had to do like a full like scientific sleep study, like you're going to be written about in the textbooks.
It didn't work for me, so yeah. So that was.
So yeah, do you enjoy that mid-roll ad?
Diagnosed with sleep apnea. How I knew I had sleep apnea? I get asked that a lot.
Because you're probably always tired and you're 500 pounds. I think I answered it for you, like because you're 500 pounds. Most people who are like 500 pounds have like sleep apnea because you're really heavy and it does affect your breathing, and you're probably like always tired. There you go.
Was actually my mother noticed.
Hi, was she sleeping with you?
Wow, my eyes.
What a weird relationship. Wow, my eyes look bloodshot, guys. Did you enjoy that mid-roll ad?
You
look like trash. Move on with the story.
So
is that because of the sleep apnea? See, if you were smart, you would have tied that back into the sleep apnea or something like that because you're tired. But no, you're too stupid even for that.
Some weird noises going on.
It's probably someone hoovering. I know you probably don't know what hoovering sounds like because your place is literally fucking filthy. It's probably someone hoovering. Calm down, kid.
I hope they're not too distracting. So
that's distracting from your teeth, I guess.
With my
look at her dainty, not at all form-fitting clothing.
My grandfather rented a cabin when he came down from Florida.
Are we believing this?
The whole family.
When he came down from Florida, I forgot the world was upside down. You're in fucking Canada. That's not what we consider downwards, but all right, bro.
This was
Fake?
years ago.
A fake story.
You know,
yeah, I know.
Maybe in 2000, maybe in like 2018, 2017, 2018.
So you were on YouTube at this point. Does anyone? Because I didn't watch her back then. We all know that. Like, does anyone remember her? Because she would have vlogged this. Like, obviously, she would have vlogged her going on a cabin expedition with her mother and her grandfather in 2018. Does anyone remember that happening? I haven't seen it being mentioned.
I was always tired because I wasn't getting good sleep, and I would wake up. One indicator was I'd wake up with pounding headaches. I would wake up in the...
How does your mom notice that? My mom noticed that I woke up with a headache. It's like, I think you would notice that because you're the one who has it.
The night, just like choking, and I wouldn't know why.
That doesn't sound like... I woke up choking. Doesn't sound like a headache. It sounds like you were struggling to breathe. It sounds like you snored yourself awake. You know, that's not that uncommon. She makes it sound like it was on a journey to find out she had sleep apnea, and it's like, she's 500 pounds, she has trouble sleeping, she wakes up in the middle of the night struggling to breathe, and she's always tired. It's like, yeah, I could diagnose you with sleep apnea from what you just told me.
And then one time I fell asleep on the sofa, like sitting up, even with, my mom was there, and she's like, you know, cutie, you're like, you know, you need to get like sleep apnea.
I wouldn't have listened to anything my mom said there, because she had already lied to me at one point during that sentence by calling me cutie.
Assessment, because you're like, keep waking up and like gasping for air.
So your mom noticed that you had sleep apnea because you kept waking up, choking for air, and at no point with you did that go like, this seems unusual. I also thought, like, if you slept sitting up, you weren't affected that badly by it, because sleep apnea is generally when you're like lying flat. Like, if you're sitting up, generally breathing is easier, isn't it? Am I just totally wrong here?
So,
you're really making yourself sound low IQ.
Until I had my sleep study, I would sleep like propped up on the couch in my apartment.
Even though you literally just said a second ago, sleeping, like sitting up, you were still gasping for air and choking and dying in the middle of your sleep. Like, so what? How does that make... Maybe if you said you lay down on the couch and it happened, that would have made more sense for this fake story. But now you were sitting up, and because of you struggling to breathe while sitting up, you decided to stay sitting up whilst waiting for a sleep study. What?
And yeah, it was
not bad at everything.
So finally, when I had my CPAP machine, it was like, oh, it was like a relief, you know? I could sleep well.
Then why are you always so tired still? Why are you so bad at everything you do? You're the woman who tells us you have to have naps during the day. How come your sleep's so shit if you're suddenly fixed by your CPAP?
And I've had it since.
So and then I made a rap about it.
And
it was lit.
If you don't get that rectified, it's very dangerous. It increases your blood pressure, and
I'm so glad the 500-pound woman here is teaching me about what's dangerous for my body. Thanks.
Yeah, it's not... You have to get it treated eventually, because it can lead to, like, heart problems.
It can lead to, like,
death.
Heart problems and stuff.
So, then, a few years ago, I also had pulmonary embolisms, which I've had twice. The first time, I just noticed a lot of...
Is that, like, a weight-related thing? Like, I guess it could be... But, like, pulmonary embolism, like, doesn't necessarily mean it's weight-related. You can get... Isn't it one where it's like... Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like, if you don't move around a lot, like, if you're lying around a lot, you can get, like, lung-related issues. Like, can't you get that? It's probably more that related, that you're big and lazy and just lie around, as opposed to you're fat. Like, it doesn't directly relate to your weight, like, from what I know. Which isn't a lot, to be fair.
And, like, that went into my back. And like in the lung area, and I was like so short of breath, short of breath, more than usual. I couldn't even, and I just like
more than usual. How would you notice? Like, genuinely, if you're Foodie Beauty, how would you ever notice having that kind of issue?
Without, well, like walking a few steps, I would be so out of breath. And
so normal then. I've seen you walk a couple steps, and I've seen you fucking heave. I've seen you sweat standing still.
And more than usual. So I went to the hospital. And they did a blood test and found...
Because some guy said he's going to release video of me being abusive when it came to my relationship with Nader, and suddenly I needed to go to the hospital.
It's called a D-dimer test, and they found that I did have blood clots, and they did a CT scan, and they found I did have blood clots. I had some pulmonary embolism in my lung, so they put me on warfarin, and which is, for people who are overweight, the most effective option.
Wow.
But...
I mainly got happy because I was on blood thinners before and they didn't put me on that, so it's like, it makes me feel different.
To get regular blood tests.
How's that going for you, cutie?
INR tests, which were a pain until I bought my own machine. But before that, I had to go to the lab. Like, I think it was like I don't remember, every week maybe.
I think you would
So I
remember.
had to put on another medication.
It was only a couple of years ago. I think you'd remember if you had to go every week or so to get like specialist tests done. Does anyone remember this happening where she needed to go to the hospital every single week to get checks? I don't like. I think I was watching her 2 weeks ago, like 2 years ago, because like she only said it was a couple of years ago, and that would be 2 years ago, and that was during the Natter thing. And I don't remember having to go to the hospital every week or so.
So they put me on another medication at my request, and they did warn me about the
at my request
issues, but they thought
the doctor came in and was just like, "Hey Foodie, how you doing?" She's like, "I want insulin." And like, "Fuck, okay, yes mom." And then they saluted her, and then they give her a shot. At your I don't think at your request they would put you on something. They probably said, "I think you should be on this. It's up to you though." And then Foodie said, "Yes, please."
Would be a chance it would be okay, because there's a risk of, if you're put on a medication, like a certain like for people over a certain weight, mostly only Coumadin will work. So they put me on a different one where I wouldn't have
You think she's talking about fucking cumin like from her fucking closet
to have the test done anymore, but the pulmonary embolism came back because it wasn't working. The medication wasn't working, so I went back on the Coumadin. So
I don't remember any of this.
Which I'm not on anymore. I know a lot of people are gonna think that's so dumb and risky, because they did like tests in my legs to see like where the deep vein thrombosis, like to see if it was caused by a deep vein thrombosis, basically.
To see where the deep vein thrombosis, to see if it was caused by one. She's just all over the place, and I don't know if it's because she's like partially telling the truth and mixing it with lies, or she is just like outright lying and she doesn't know what she's going to say before she starts saying the story.
A blood clot in my legs or something.
This is so boring. I'm skipping to what the health issue is. I'm so fucking bored.
Those are currently the obesity related illnesses that I have. Some tests were done.
What? Oh, guys, she's so zany, guys. Oh, kawaii desu. Oh, crazy. Oh, what the fuck? I was sitting there just like blindly staring at this, just waiting for it to be done. Because she just like talked more about blood clots for a while, then claimed like she's only recently been diagnosed with diabetes, even though like I remember her talking about like being diagnosed with diabetes during the water fast, which was like 5 years ago. But no, she's only recently been diagnosed with it in 2023. Wait, was it 2023? It was sometime recently. It's like it wasn't like October, because it was right before she went back to Canada. Like she was suddenly claiming she suddenly got diagnosed with diabetes, even though she's definitely had it for years and years at this point. It was just all so fake. And then it was like, oh no, those are the only health-related issues she has to do with her obesity, which is she had blood clots a few years ago, isn't doing any checkups, isn't taking the medication for that anymore. Sleep apnea and diabetes. She seems to have forgotten the total hysterectomy she caused by getting so super morbidly obese. She forgot about that entirely, guys. And then, lol, look at me, guys. I'm eating a lemon. Lemon. I'm zany, right?
So, and I got diagnosed with that here in Kuwait. I saw
that was just out of like seriously. It's like she spliced in a bunch because she's like suddenly she's back to talking about the diabetes again. I guess I got diagnosed. It's like she suddenly went back to talking about the diabetes. Is she?
Like urinalysis. You know, they do a urinalysis panel and blood work.
She talked about diabetes, then said, yep, so that's all of it. Then did the lemon thing, and is now back, like, talking about the diabetes again, like she hadn't stopped. What the fuck, bro? I'm skipping until we get to the actual point.
I was taking. And that brings me now to, recently, I've noticed, like, a very high increase in urination.
Okay.
Like just always needing to urinate, like maybe every half an hour.
Yeah, bro.
Like just having to urinate.
I've seen you live stream for hours where she'll maybe get up once. Even the pool thing, she was in the pool for an hour. So I'm guessing she was pissing away in the pool, boys. Like, I'm not seeing this. She needs to get up every half an hour to go piss. I haven't seen that whatsoever. I do love that she said that diabetic medicine, I, quote unquote, was taking. So I guess I was right. The diabetic medication, that's just out the window.
Urinate. And I would have like pain in my side, like in the kidney area, like in my back. And I was feeling like after, like at the end of when I would go to the washroom, it would like...
When I would go to the washroom? You've said urinate like 17 times in a row. Why suddenly this time is it squeamish?
don't know how to explain. You know that uncomfortable feeling when you have like a UTI?
Like when you're lying and making up something here at the minute?
And I just felt nauseous a lot, like sick to
Sure,
my stomach.
bro.
So come to find
Saw
out,
yourself in the mirror.
a mild, like a kidney infection. It's not like severe.
I have like
So
a mild, like a you know, like a kidney infection. You sound convinced.
Antibiotics for that now, and Salah picked me up some cranberry like extract that helps with like
What?
this issue.
You know, it helps with this issue. A second ago it was a UTI, then a second later it was a kidney infection that she got antibiotics for, but also cranberry juice to help with this issue. So you're just making this up. It's like she's deliberately not saying what it is still, and she's like mentioning numerous different issues, and she's like offhand just suddenly like, oh, you got antibiotics. It's like, well, to get antibiotics you need to be prescribed antibiotics, but you're acting like you don't know what it is. So are you diagnosed with something or are you not? Why would you be taking antibiotics to deal with apparent kidney infection / apparent UTI, but also, oh, I got cranberry juice to help with it? You have antibiotics. That's all you need. This
At the pharmacy
issue.
And
So
I'm trying to drink a lot of water.
So she just made this up. That's all.
And just, you know, I'm so tired from this. Hi, baby girl.
So I'm just so tired from this guy. Hey, baby girl! And it's so hard for me. Oh my. Can you maybe just, like, I don't know, keep a consistent character for 10 seconds? Why is she so bad at lying when she's a pathological liar?
And, you know, I'm just trying to feel better. So I'm resting a lot. And
I'm resting a lot. Hey, baby, how are you? I'm
doing
so
what I
sad.
can. Sometimes I get really tired like this. And just,
Oh my god,
and sometimes I have more energy. It's like, I don't know, it's weird, you know? Like when I was in the
It's like so weird, you know, like when I'm making stuff up, it's like so weird. You know, when I'm pretending that I'm like sick and sore, it's like, I'm like this. But then when I'm trying to pretend that I'm winning in life and beating all you fucking whores, I'm way better. She just changes back and forth. It's so bad.
I had a lot more energy.
Wow.
I was still not feeling the greatest.
But also I wasn't feeling the greatest because I'm sick or something now, guys. Do you totes believe me? So, this is yesterday. So she's trying to pretend she did the clickbait video. Then it's a total day later, in my opinion. She's wearing exactly the same clothes. Everything's the same. She's just deliberately tried to make it seem like it was a day later. But during this time, she's trying to pretend in the middle of these two videos. She did the in the pool swimming, where she was 100% fine. There was no issue with her. Even though in these two videos, she's both trying to act like she's being beaten up and she's like sickly and dying. Why are you so bad at faking shit?
And I'm just drinking a lot of water, trying to flush it
You
out.
said that 6 times. I'm so bored. We're done.
I
Okay, guys, I'm just going to skip right to the end because it was even really, really boring. It is just the standard. I tend to be parasocial where she's like thanking her fans for sticking with her for so long, and she has a great support base of people she can talk to, and people tried to warn her and she wished she had listened, and all this shit in the world just to try and convince people to be nice and just donate money to her, I guess. We're going to get another scam not too long. But this is just really boring. It's the same thing we had like her do when she came back from Canada last time, where like a couple weeks after she came back, she suddenly had sciatica. And she was like on death's door, guys. She's basically bedbound. We're just doing that storyline just again, but at this time it's like a different health issue, and the health issue is I'm something, something, guys. You know, it's a UTI, kidney infection, kidney failure, dialysis. You know, it's just like something, guys, because she can't narrow it down because she knows she will say something and people will go like, wait, that doesn't make sense. That's not what this is. So she has to like be vague and mention like 4 different things all at once, guys. Really, really cringe. Yeah, terrible. I guess that's going to be it here. It took me long to react to this one as well. I've only really got the camel one to catch up with now, and I'll probably quickly record this like straight after that because, yeah, that should be me caught up with Foodie, and then I might do a live stream maybe to try and catch up with Amber Lynn. So that's going to be it, guys. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.